The main thing I learned from my childhood, and what I want to share with all you brothers today, is that do not be ashamed of your truth. For a long time, I walked in shame. Even in my 8 years as a police officer, I was walking according to a false identity, an ego that I had developed to keep me safe in the hood, and also it manifested when I was a police officer, because I was working in an environment similar to the one where I grew up. And so every time I walked in that environment, there's these things called triggers. And what happens is with an emotional injury, I'm gonna jump back on that, y'all. With an emotional injury, I want you to think about an injury, right? If you get an injury on anywhere on your body, right, it heals, doesn't it? The body naturally heals and it scabs up. But if that injury is sensitive to the touch, it's okay if nobody touches it, but when they touch it, ouch, yeah? What happens is every time you get upset today, or you feel some type of way, you feel afraid, or you have anxiety and all these other things, it's because it's connected directly to an injury you never healed. It's a pre-existing condition. This person didn't make you mad today. This person just showed you where you had the injury. So you need to thank that person. Man, I didn't realize that injury was still there. I need to do some work on myself and find out why that injury still exists. And this is where many people become very intimidated about going to share with a counselor or someone else their vulnerabilities. Secrets keep you sick, and they also keep you stuck. So if you tell my men, we need to reclaim our greatness, you can't do that on an injury. If I'm lifting weights, I want to bench press 500 pounds, and all I can do today is bench press 100. Do you think I'm going to be able to bench press 500 pounds eventually with someone who bench presses only 20 pounds? I need to find who in the gym. Who I need to find? Somebody's bench pressing at least 200, 300. Somebody's doing better than me, right? So I can get that spot. So that I can, in fact, get eventually to 500 pounds. Will I be able to lift 500 pounds if I got an injury? No, not at all. Brothers, our injuries must heal. And it begins with forgiveness. It begins with acceptance. It begins with being able to go to that person, whoever you feel like wronged you. I went to my dad. I love him, but it's from a distance. Because my dad is still stuck in them ways. He's 62 today, but he believes he's 26. And that's not my ideology. I can't relate to that. And so I understood why he treated me the way that he treated me, because his dad treated him the same way he treated me. But yes, I made a vow that I'm not going to do that to my children. And I had to go through a journey. I had to go through the shadow of the valley of death, gentlemen, to get to this understanding that I'm at today. When I was a police officer, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I done arrived. The people I arrested, yo, y'all not like y'all. I'm different. I made it. Oh yeah, all it is a choice. Y'all don't know how to make choices? It wasn't until I was sitting in a jail cell, waiting for my first appearance, for 2 counts of using excessive force, that I discovered, oh snap, how did my career come to this? Now I know what every single 508 arrest felt like for the person that I put in that jail cell. Never had that feeling in my life until that moment. And when I say it was a Mike Tyson uppercut to the lower ribs, whoo, that ego was laid to rest that day. And it was painful, because what the process, what God was asking me to do was surrender everything I ever thought was true according to what the world taught me. I was denying my greatness. That's why I couldn't reclaim it during those years. And it wasn't until I let go of this belief that I had about me and how people should see me that God was effectively able to use me to become an entrepreneur. See, the greatness was already there. I just didn't have anybody to cultivate it, to help me cultivate it. Each and every one of us, our greatness is like a seed. And we all know, right, that seed, it can't grow without a relationship. What's the relationship a seed needs to grow? Water, soil, and sun. And that seed, what? It needs those things consistently to manifest into what it's designed to become. You see, I just can't put the seed on this table and expect it to grow. I got to get into the right relationship with the people, places, and things to help that seed grow on a consistent basis.